I kind of wanted to take a little bit of time after yesterday's big news about Xbox. Of course, we all know the terrible news about the layoffs and things like that, but more news came out as well, including a canceled game. And I wanted to do a video and kind of cover it all. And, after taking a day to sort of check out and see exactly what my thoughts would be, a day later. So I feel like that's exactly what I've been able to do, and hopefully you guys want to stick around and hear what I have to say on the subject, because again, we're in this very weird sort of flux situation. So I want to say that Microsoft for the most part has, in my opinion, done a very good job of keeping things going in terms of their video game consoles, but at the same time, there's a lot of stuff that's going on. So if you guys didn't know, they laid off around 1,900 people at Activision Blizzard, some people at Bethesda, I guess, as well. And what this was basically, a lot of it is you have redundancy when you merge companies. So what I mean by that is, let's say you have two managers managing this particular department. You merge with this other company. Next thing you know, you've got 10 managers in that department. There's not enough work for that. There's not a need for that. So you lay off those people. It is super unfortunate. I hate it when people make it sound like you're making excuses. It is absolutely unfortunate. I really feel bad for everybody involved. At the same time, it was 100% expected. And also, to those that were saying that, if Microsoft wouldn't have bought Activision, it wouldn't have happened. That's not true. They would have even seen worse layoffs. So, it's unfortunate that there was a redundancy there as well, but everything isn't really hunky-dory in terms of what's going on at Xbox either, because let's just be real, the new game that Blizzard was working on was also unfortunately canceled. So a lot of people were talking about this. Blizzard was working on a game that was going to be like a survival game and things like that. Again, so this was something that, basically they had to kind of get through or whatever. But anyway, this game, right, was a game that was sort of in a situation where apparently it had, according to Jason Schreier of Bloomberg, it had started out on an Unreal Engine, then it went to a different engine, and it's already been 6 years in development, and supposedly it wasn't even going to release in 2026, maybe not even until 2027 or later. So you're looking at like maybe 10 years development time, and they wanted to switch to another engine after Microsoft took over. So Microsoft said no, we will have to say no to that, and we're going to cancel the game. So here's the thing, people get on Xbox for this, and I don't know anything about the game, you know what I mean? The game could have been good, it could have been bad. All I know is when you have engine troubles and you don't have a game and it's going to take 10 plus years to come out, you're probably not going to recoup that money, and it's a business decision at the end of the day. We all got on Matt Booty and Microsoft for Redfall, right? How could you release Redfall? It's such a bad game. You got somebody in there doing their job. They should do their job and cancel the game. So they go on and cancel the game, and Microsoft still gets crap for it. It's like, what do you want? It's like they're damned if they do, damned if they don't. The thing that really kind of bothered me, right, with all these rumors of Microsoft putting more third-party stuff on like PlayStation and Nintendo, was the thing that really kind of stung me. Xbox has reportedly shut down the departments dedicated to bringing physical games to retail. It's also claimed that certain AAA games have 80% digital share on Xbox. So I know people are going, that's not a big deal, and I'm sure I'll get some hate for bringing this up. And I'm going to get into it. So obviously the mass layoffs at the Microsoft gaming division include the closure of departments dedicated to bringing physical games to market. The company said it plans to lay off 1,900 staff across Xbox, Bethesda, and Activision. The cuts are believed to be wide-ranging, impacting various areas of Microsoft gaming business, from customer service to development. Microsoft has also shut down departments dedicated to bringing Xbox games to physical retail, which, if you've seen the digital-only Xbox console leaks, well, you can get an idea where Microsoft is going, according to Windows Central's Jez Gordon. Note that reducing retail teams does not necessarily mean that, basically we're going to be in a situation that they're quitting physical retails for Xbox games yet, as they can outsource it and might be consolidating here, according to Jez Gordon. Legal documents leaked in September laid key elements of Microsoft's gaming strategy for years to come, including plans to launch an all-digital Xbox Series X console, codenamed Brooklyn, which I've talked about a little bit. While its plans may have changed according to the documents, the console was targeting a November 2024 launch and a $499 price point. There are certain AAA games with 80% plus digital share on Xbox these days, so it's not too surprising, according to Director of Research and Insights at Nyko Partners, in response to Gordon's claims, indicative of how next gen will be for sure. While most AAA games currently receive dual physical and digital releases, some are only available on download. High-profile examples include last October's Alan Wake 2 and Xbox's Hellblade 2, which will be released in May. Last June, a former NPD analyst Matt Piscatella said that players should expect digital-only releases for console to become commonplace over the next few years. Digital-only AAA releases are here. Over the next 2 years, this trend will accelerate, and by 2028 or so, I think it'll be the norm for most Xbox and PlayStation releases. Nintendo likely won't move as fast, but then again, it's Nintendo, and they're always full of surprises. So, again, people are mostly digital. I understand this, and if you're watching this and you've made it this far, you are probably a digital-only person for the most part. Listen, I like digital. Right? I think digital gaming is fine, right? I game share with my brother. I have hundreds, thousands digital games, but I also have thousands of physical games, right? And so I think the part that really stings as a game collector is, the part that, for me anyway, Microsoft touts game preservation. Microsoft touts backwards compatibility. So you're telling me, which I'm looking over right now, I've got a shelf full of Xbox One, Xbox Series X games, shelves full of Xbox 360 games, a lot of them backwards compatible, shelves full, I pretty much own all of the original Xbox backwards compatible games. You're telling me if I buy a next-gen Xbox, those games aren't going to be backwards compatible? I would have to buy those games again digitally, right? That is not right. It's not right. Okay? Also, we see digital games disappear all the time, right? They do. They just disappear all the time. The rights to them disappear. You can't find them. They're out of print. You know what I mean? This happens all the time. This is not a great thing. I'm not saying that this is one of those things that means that Xbox is dead, but it's like, as a dinosaur in the gaming world, I feel like quite possibly anyway, I'm rapidly approaching this point, I'm where I'm not buying new stuff anymore, I've got, and I've mentioned this on Twitter yesterday, I've got thousands of games and consoles. Many are still shrink wrapped, to be honest with you. A lot of times I'll just buy stuff if it's a good deal or what have you, and I haven't even played it. And that's not just Xbox stuff, and I've got even PlayStation stuff, Nintendo stuff that I have bought over the years that I've never even opened or played. I'll never run out of games to play. I just really, it's getting to that point where, all the stuff that we're told is lies, and and I understand it's all about business, but from that standpoint, it's like, the stuff that made consoles fun and such a simple thing are no longer fun and simple. That there's all these other things that are kind of unfortunately come into play. So I hope that Microsoft reconsiders that, and maybe if you guys feel strongly like I do about it, maybe say something respectfully. Listen, I don't have all the answers, but I do think that Microsoft is making mistakes right now. Does that mean that they're screwed or whatever? I don't know. I hope not. This PR disaster is really, really bad. Everybody's obviously talking about it. It's always bad when people lose their jobs, but then you're like, okay, we're going to also cut physical media in the middle of a generation where we sold people a console with a physical drive, so I find that to be, pretty crummy, to be quite honest. And, at the end of the day, You know, I really hope that Microsoft kind of understands where I'm coming from with this, and you know, in regards to the future of Xbox, I really think they need to kind of get their act together and decide what they want to do and let their fans know what they want to do. What do you guys think about this, though? Let me know in the comments below. Sound off, rate, comment, subscribe. I'm Crap Gamer. This has been Crap Gamer Reviews. Rack 'em up. Crap Gamer out.